Good morning. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Well, good morning. We're on location, but the lighting really sucks. Maybe there's some lighting in here somewhere up above. Well, I'll have to figure it out for tomorrow. Okay, here we are at Department of Career Services. Maybe I'll do this. We're at a secret location on assignment. Well, I guess that'll have to do for today. Secret location on assignment, hint, Aviara. We? Who's we? Okay. Okay, so as always, we start by saying what? Good morning, Miss Trinkle, wherever you are. Okay. So today is May 1st, May Day. I think it's May Day. I think that's what May Day is. It's May 1st, 2025. It is about 6 o'clock in the morning on a beautiful day at the Aviara, which for those who don't know, that means in North County, San Diego, near the beach. And our theme of today is, I'm not quite sure, I didn't finish that part. Stress. How about that? Stress. Stress. Question mark. Good or bad? We'll just take this out in editing. Good or bad? Stress, good or bad? This is Kelly McGonigal, part of the Stanford crew with Carol Dweck and Duckworth and the rest of them out there. So today we're learning about stress. Okay, done, handled, ready to go. Stress, good or bad? Okay, but before we do that, let's get some advice from an 80-year-old. Never waste an opportunity to tell someone you love them. Love you. Okay, so never waste an opportunity to tell someone you love them. It might be awkward, but you'll feel better for it. Right? Am I right? Ms. Trinkle, wherever you are? Okay. Okay, this is day 4 of week 2 in our neuroscience-oriented approach to success inside our skull-sized kingdom. So Monday, we learned about neurons from Sebastian Song. Tuesday, we learned about neurotransmitters from Simon Sinek. Yesterday, we learned about the reticular activating system from Mark Dawes. Today, we're learning about stress. So our fundamental hunt is to answer the questions, who am I and why do I behave the way I do? Here, our fundamental belief is we are spirit that has a body, and we are experiencing this life. This is the life we get to experience being baryonic, going from spirit to corporal. And this body doesn't last forever, but the spirit, the soul will go on. And where it goes is a function of how we treated the gift of life that we have been given. So if we squander this gift of life, not good things happening, lake of fire. And I learned that you get burned up in the lake of fire. It's not eternal and permanent, but if you don't follow the commands of Jesus, that's what he said. Some people will say, Lord, Lord, and I'll say, I never knew you, but we did all of these things in your name. Yeah, but you didn't do what I asked you to do. You did what you wanted to do in my name, not what I asked you to do. Okay, so that's for another day. Today, our focus is stress, but before that, let's get to Seth Godin. Seth Godin talking about every tactic has a strategy behind it. often unsaid, undiscussed, and hidden. It's easiest to simply play with the tactic of the moment. Tell me what your tactic is trying to accomplish, and I'll be halfway to understanding what your strategy is. But it makes a lot more sense to announce your strategy first and then invite your team to invent tactics to make it work. What do you say? Okay, next on our hit parade, we've got a couple red letter things. Daily Stoic, no one can harm you. They can hurt you, only harm comes from yourself if you allow it. They cannot put harm upon you. They can put pain upon you. They can hurt you. They can break your leg. They can cripple you like they did to Epictetus, but they can't harm you because we get to choose how we respond. Okay, now down to Kelly McGonigal and stress. So again, Kelly McGonigal is one of the Stanford people in this area of growth mindset. Leah Crum, Angela Duckworth, Carol Dweck, the big four of this at Stanford, just up the street from where I go to school. So Kelly McGonigal takes a look at stress, and most of us have been conditioned to believe stress is bad. And she will say stress isn't bad. It's the belief that stress is bad that causes the problems. Because stress is just our body's natural response to the stimulus around us. What it does is it constricts our blood vessels, makes our heart beat faster, so that has the ability to circulate other chemicals through our system faster. One of the things that it does is it circulates cortisol through us. Cortisol under stressful situations acts like a brain cloud, don't know what to do. So you've experienced people who are scared stiff. They literally cannot move because there's so much cortisol in their system. What we learn from Kelly McGonigal, based upon many, many studies, Harvard study, is that if you believe that stress is your body's natural response to what's going on around you, it's just natural. And then you do things that release another chemical, oxytocin, which she calls I think she calls it the cuddle hormone. If you release oxytocin, what happens in your body is your blood vessels dilate, and also the oxytocin attaches to your heart, so it fixes damages caused by your blood vessels constricting and your heart beating faster. That's not good for your heart in the long term. So the problem with believing stress is bad is first there's the incident, there's the stimulus, the stressful event. And then you keep pushing the replay button every time you say, oh no, stress is bad, stress is bad, stress. You give yourself another shot of cortisol. And cortisol is, one of the things about cortisol is it suppresses your immune system. So if you start looking around at people who are chronically ill, sick, they have problems, they generally almost always they perceive that they have a lot of stress in their life. Okay, so Kelly McGonigal says stress isn't bad. It's the belief that stress is bad that's bad, because when you believe it's bad, you keep releasing more cortisol. And what you want to do is get the cortisol out and the oxytocin in. So she'll talk about, well, what do you have to do to release? What is the feeling of oxytocin? How do you know when you have oxytocin? One is the feeling of courage. So if you can imagine firefighters, firemen running into a burning building, saving people, courage. And you start feeling, you can notice you feel a certain way when you're watching things about people with courage. Or if you're hugging your pet dog or your whatever, your animal, your loved one, a baby, you pick them up and you feel good. That is oxytocin. So the solution to a stressful situation, number one, stress is not bad. Believe stress is not bad for you. It's your body's natural response to a stimulus. And it could be an imagined stimulus. It could be the monster in the closet or under the bed, or the vampire trying to get in your room at night outside the window. Very scary situation, but it's not a monster in the closet under your bed or getting in. That's just a branch rubbing up against the house in the wind. But the stressful situation, boom, shot of cortisol. Okay, so first thing, recognize, oh, just got a shot of cortisol. I can release oxytocin, or there's a couple other things I can do. Flow of cortisol. So one thing I can do is, so you'll see athletes, when they make a mistake, generally they'll go like this. They'll exhale, breathe out, and then inhale. That's one way to get rid of cortisol. Another one is just time. After about 30 seconds, cortisol gets out of your system. So breathing, time. Another way is to distract yourself. Oh, I just got a shot of cortisol. And then you can say, I just noticed myself getting a shot of cortisol. And then you can take it to another level. I just noticed myself noticing myself get a shot of cortisol. And after about 30 seconds, you'll probably chuckle because of the kind of absurdity of saying, I noticed myself noticing that I got on and on down the string, and the cortisol will be gone, stress will be gone, you'll feel better. If you can do oxytocin, even better. Who's that curious person in the corner of the screen back there? Hi there. Oopsie. Okay, let's see, Jordan Peterson. So that is the thing about stress. Stress is not bad. It's the belief that stress is bad that's bad. Hi there. Okay. It's the belief that stress is bad that is bad. Let's see what else we have. Jordan Peterson, don't lie, tell the truth. Darren Hardy, the secret behind magic. So Dennett, what's his name? Daniel Dennett, rest in peace. May he rest in peace. Talked about magic. Well, magic, real magic is the kind of magic that you can't do. The magic that you do isn't real magic, it's prestidigitation, it's sleight of hand, things like that. So Darren Hardy's talking about what he learned as a kid about magic. It's not real, there's something behind it. So his career was propelled by the belief that whatever seems magical, this person accomplished this, wow, that's like magic. No, he had a quest to figure it out. What did they do? What was the formula? What's the secret behind what appears to be magic? And it's generally hard work and, as Seth Godin would say, doing the things that successful people do, or not doing the things that non-successful people do. All right, how are we doing for time? It's such a runic rhyme. Jordan Peterson, always tell the truth. Tell the truth. Why don't we tell the truth? Because we're going to get in trouble for it. All right. And let's see, do we got anybody out there? Okay, I think we're going to call it a day. The beach is waiting. Sunrise on the ocean is waiting. What? The sun rises in the east. It sets in the west. But anyway, we'll deal with that later. As always, thank you all for being here. As our Hindu or Buddhist friends say, namaste, boom, shivasan shalom. Peace be with you. May the peace of our Lord be upon you this day. And I'll say cut.